Yo, what is up, party people?
Easy money!
His name's Zolo. He's just like a samurai. Oh, Lord. The police have been notified about this stream. This is Gomugo no Bazooka OST extended re-upload, according to the audio I've got here. Yeah, we got to get back to Elden Ring, my dudes. But first, oh yes, I remember how Luffy's Destiny fruit allowed him to defeat Enaru. That's my favorite part of One Piece. All right, everybody. This is a big one, everybody. All right. No. What am I saying? No, this is just a normal chapter, right? This is just a normal chapter of One Piece. Nothing big is happening here. Nothing overly impressive happens this chapter. It doesn't really affect anyone's understanding of the series. There are no potential series ruining implications. No, none of that's happening. It's just fun piece. It's just One Piece. It's just goof piece. It's just
Bazinga.
Piece. You know, I am, it's just a normal day. It's basically a filler chapter. A normal day of me, Nate Bestman, sailing the seas, the best guy ever, just normally using my Yeru no Mi, my Yell fruit. Yo ho ho, I took a bite of Yell. And, as far as I know, there's been no updates to that. It's been a pretty normal amount of power usage of that devil fruit. Nothing weird has happened with me lately about that devil fruit having, anything beyond just the normal powers I've discovered over like the several decades I've been using it. Everything's fine. Let's just see how the chapter goes, shall we? Let's see what we're looking at, because we've got a big chapter to talk about. Let's see what's happening here on this week's chapter of One Piece. Okay, where's my button to switch? Here we go. There, good. All right, can you see it? All right, I think we're good. Okay, now, unfortunately, everyone, I must admit, I have read the chapter already. When it came out, I was like, what am I going to do? Am I going to wait time to react to it live on? No, that was never even a possibility. Once the chapter was out and I wasn't immediately free to potentially stream it is the only time I might consider that, but no. So let's just see. You want my treasure? You can have it. Only if you're the reincarnation of the Joy Boy of Legend, the Hair of the Will of D, and my favorite character, and I'll whoop it. We'll see what's about to happen, everybody. Okay, here we go. Yeah, how could you not with all the build-up? All right, everybody. So, chapter 1043. You promised us Katakuri in the next front piece, Nate. Where is he? I never said immediately we're headed to Whole Cake Island, where, that's the home base. We'll see what happens there. There's still time, is my point. I would love to see him sometime during the events of, of front piece. So let's see if that happens. No face cam. I don't do that anymore. My days of begging for clout and showing my baby blues, those are behind us all. I'm sorry to say. If you can't tell from my voice, my feelings about things, well, consult your doctor. You might have the tism. Yeah, hot tub streams, if we get 1,000 likes on this video, hot tub stream imminent. Although I'll need to find a man with a hot tub no me in order to make that happen, because they haven't existed yet. The viewer numbers are skyrocketing. Yeah, there they go. All right, everybody, this is a big one. Let's get into it, shall we? And One Piece posting bros, I used a picture from the chapter that was, as little spoilery as possible. But maybe some people literally don't like seeing a single panel from the chapter before they've read it, even if it's one deliberately selected to not spoil anything. But I'm loving the tipping. Okay, anyway, here we go. Every stream with no cam is a potential hot tub stream. I'm in a hot tub right now. Sorry to say, but
Shut up, bitch!
All right, let's get into it. Here we go. All right, Grun, who is right? Chapter 1043. We die together. Wasn't there an opening? We go together. Was that a One Piece opening? Whatever. Is it a reference? Oh, I just found out about that one guy, that one Japanese YouTuber. What was this? Yuruho? I'm sure someone will post him in there. He comes up with all these ridiculous connections of things that definitely don't make sense. We fight together. I think that was the Enies Lobby one. We go? Was that another? Uteron. Thank you, Future Mech. Uteron is my boy. Diggo 10 gameplays just subbed. You know what I say about that.
Easy money.
And, of course... Of what? Let's find out, shall we? The frog oil. You guys gotta go watch. Somebody post in the chat the link to the new Uteron video, where like there's theories about the latest chapter, not this new one that just came out, but the one before it, about, or maybe it was about this one actually, about oil, about fire, Usopp, rubber. It's something. Thank you, Digo. Appreciate it. Nyohoho. Okay, here we go. All right. So cover page. What do we got? Germa, volume 7. Okay, we're at number 7. Has anything happened yet? I know, the fire dial connection. The fire dial connection. Oh, it's too impressive. Oda. All right, I just got to tell you this one thing about this Yudo Han link or whatever. Takuto posted a link there. Someone on YouTube. Someone post a link below the video, please. I'm not going to remember to. In chapter 41 of One Piece, Usopp. What did he do? This is what he talks about. Eneru's in there. Usopp, like he had the flashback where he was talking to his sick mother. That was like Usopp's backstory about his mom who died, sadly. Chapter 1041, as I believe, is where like Usopp was selling toad oil to cure ailments. His mother died of an ailment. It's an oil. Luffy oil connections. Oh my, what is that? What's that going on? Oda, he planned it all along. The numerology, bros. It's all coming together. Okay, all right. I gotta keep my emotions in check. We're in for a big chapter here. Okay, a classic, chapter 41. Hey, Usopp's backstory, dead mom. Not bad. Okay, there's Brule. We all love Brule. There's Based Boy. Don't tell me. Oven. Yep, there he is. Carrying the Vinsmoke boys. Okay, there they go. Where's this gonna go? Who cares? Talking Head, thank you very much.
Easy money.
All right, but let's get back to it. It's all connected, baby. Okay. Go show Katakuri immediately. Artur was a false prophet. It's all about... I gotta look up his name again. I can't remember. I gotta learn this. Uderon, or whatever. That's our boy from now on. He's our God King. Yes. Okay. So when we last left our heroes, our boy CP0 guy had just cucked Luffy, and Kaido was none too pleased by that when he killed him. Embarrassing. Okay, so here we go. Luffy got hit. Ouch. Is he gonna get back up? Is he gonna win? Okay, that right there. I am loving Kaido's expressions here. Kaido is getting more personality. He's absolutely traumatized by having his first real fight in a long time. Like, the climax of it ruined. It's like he was jerking off for this whole time, and then he got blue-balled right at the end. You know what that's like, boys? We all know what that's like. We all feel it on the daily. So, there goes Luffy. Ouch. Got him again, and rip. What can you say but rip? He didn't even get the finishing, like, he didn't get a self-made finishing blow. Like, my man CP0 came in and sneaked his way in. How embarrassing. I saw the other trend, TN, that said, you understand the consequence. Ooh, yeah, let's get to that in one sec. Okay, next page. So, Luffy got hit. Ouch. Kaido didn't like that. CP0 man, and, okay, wait. All right, here we go. Yeah, okay. Next page. So, consequences. Here's another CP0 man. Mass Chad of infinite power. And there we go. As set up last chapter, when he breathes out, there goes his power levels. And did Luffy fly away? Is that Luffy? Is that his soul, or is that Luffy's body? He's like, God damn it. Luffy flew away embarrassingly silly style. Okay. Now, here's our first big meme of the chapter. That's his body. Okay, he did. Yeah, okay. Not too surprised. He's done that before. What? Luffy's voice is gone. Okay, now this already, we have to just break down a little bit, because it's like, what does that mean? And we will go forward. Okay, now I remind everyone about the big autistic shit fit that I had with someone when we first did like the first episode of Talking Pirates or whatever. The fucking about how, like, they could hear Luffy's voice when Luffy was, like, unconscious, right? And there's no degrees of unconsciousness, right? You're either conscious, and I mean, I guess you could be asleep, or you could be knocked out. You having an autistic shit fit? That doesn't sound right. I know, right? You got me there. It doesn't make sense. Okay, the point was, Luffy was unconscious, right? Like, he was literally not moving. He had fallen down. Oh, no. but his voice was still like calling out. That definitely happened. He was falling down. He couldn't move. There's no degrees of unconsciousness. You're either fucking awake or you're asleep or whatever. And his voice still was like yelling out to people, right? Voice is in parentheses, so not literal. Well, obviously not literal voice. Yeah, no shit. I mean, he couldn't hear his literal voice. You know, he wasn't like talking. We're talking about the voice of all things type voice. This like soul thing going on. Yeah, exactly. It's obviously the soul implications, whatever. That's what Momo can hear. That's the voice of all things. Got it. Luffy's voice is gone. So, okay, I'm not going to say that means 100% Luffy officially died as of this moment when he could no longer hear it. Like, okay, this is a shonen. There are degrees of things. It might be that classical shonen trope where he's like on the Rip Bozo. That's right. He got, and then it was over for him. Wait, I got to go back. That moment when Kaido hit him and we the heard round the world. There it is right there. Okay, good. I had to get that out of my system. Now, so look, it's just look. Luffy may be literally dead, or he may have been like on his last, like he's dying. Basically, I want to say, don't worry about it too much. That distinction literally doesn't matter. And whatever. Like, it could matter. It could matter. Like, if Luffy literally died, they're like, oh my god, he's got no pulse. He is brain dead. He's been that way for 12 hours. That's too bad. There's no way a human being can come back from that. That's one thing, but then there's a different sort of thing where, like, he is unconscious. He is, like, brain activity is ceasing, but he's not, like, literally dead just yet. We just don't know, you know? Rip and piss. That's him. So, whatever, man. Just don't worry about it. He's brain dead from the start. You got me there. Okay, so, but just to reemphasize my point here, like, this voice being gone thing, this is a stage beyond simply being unconscious. Absolutely. This is foreshadowed back in chapter 91. Yeah? Is that true? Luffy dies. Was that the name of the chapter? Probably was. That's a soul leaving his body. Okay, all right. Anyway, so that's that. All right, now here we go. The kinography is officially underway, boys. Okay, here it is. Luffy, ouch. He fall down. Kaido huffing and puffing. Okay, that man looks pretty dead. This is okay, and boom. Skull Dome rooftop battle. Victor Kaido, King of the Beast.
Easy money!
Absolutely. Luffy's dead. Let's go. Okay, this and CP0, this is unmitigated kinography. Why didn't he do his victory roar, TM? Why didn't we hear? Oh, come on. Why didn't we hear it? Raid failing, bros. It's happening. All right. 1-on-1, always bet on Kaido. But 2-on-1, super duper bet on Kaido, right? Whoa, no. Okay, so I almost feel like, you know, I don't think it's been a thing like every arc where Oda does a thing where he puts like the victory, you know, narrator text box of like, Victor. That definitely did happen sometimes in the past. I can't remember every single time. I don't think it happens like every single arc, like it's a trademark that he would have to do all the time. But this feels like Oda did it with everybody up to this point so that he could do this moment right now. Good guys won. Luffy loses, Kaido wins. And in that, you know, hey, there's a lot more we need to see about where it goes. I gotta say, this is fucking Kino, and I absolutely love it. And it's awesome. Who's been crying? Who's been screeching? Who's been pissing their pants and shitting themselves about Luffy winning too easily? He got too many power-ups. He can't beat Kaido like this. This doesn't make sense. Me, motherfucker. It's been me all along. It was me, Austin. It was me all along. And Kaido fucking killed him. And yes, all of us together. This is exactly what I wanted. It feels like all this over... I'll give Oda this much. It feels like everything that has been set up here about our guys winning too much almost had a narrative purpose to it to set up this moment to make us complacent so that Kaido could steal the fucking victory from Luffy, which is absolutely what should happen without question. But it made us doubt it. Wow, he's literally me. So, hey, I'm not going to suck Oda's dick too much on it, but this just makes sense. It's good. And I'm delighted that this happened. Look at fucking Kaido's face. Okay, now, Takuto, you had you were mentioning some Kino there. I gotta check that out real quick. Okay, let's Let's enjoy this together, shall we? Okay, here we go. Kaido, do you know what you've done? Tips Fedora. Brings the hammer down. And then, boom! Oh my fucking god! Okay, and then smashes roof. There's no end to it. Other CP0 tips Fedora. Okay. All right. Hold the fucking phone, my world government. Double tips. Okay, we need to address this unironic kinography real quick. All right, hang on. I want to bring up the other translation. Yeah, I know. Please be dead. Okay. By the way, whoever posted that fucking... Okay, you know what? I gotta pull this up later, but let me pull up the other translation that Fig linked helpfully in the dangle thing over here. All right, I want to see the translation. Maybe it was here. If it's a little different. Oh, here we go. Okay, yeah, this is it. This is the other one Fig linked of Kaido. Oh wait, oh no. Okay, I guess this isn't even it. Do you know what you've done? Takuto said that. What was the translation? It's like, you know what the consequences are, right? What was it, Takuto? I'm gonna scroll back up to find it because that was fucking based. Where was it? In fact, I'm just gonna wait for you to repost it. Please, please. I'm begging you. Okay, let's go back to the other one. You understand the consequences, don't you? Okay, because I just want to dive into what's happened just now. Guys, nobody's been clowning on CP0 more than me, and by extension, all of us together, right? Like, fucking CP0, they wear masks, they're a goddamn derivative piece of shit ripoff of you know, like the culture of Water 7 that for some reason Oda and his retarded audience think applied to like all the Cypherpole agents for absolutely no reason. Didn't make any sense. Fuck you, Oda, you're a hack, and it's over for you. And they did absolutely nothing of interest the entire series up to this point when they were introduced, other than be a vessel for Lucci to reappear. Fucking bullshit. And also for Stussy, with her Stussy to appear and be the best character ever, right? However, as of last chapter and this chapter now, CP0 has finally done something that like relates to characters that actually matter and I care about. Not only that, they've made a huge fucking difference in this fight, in this little narrative between these two. And not only that, in this fucking moment of CP0 showing up here, interrupting the fight, and you know, like making sure that Luffy died in this shit. And then like literally tipping his fedora and accepting his fucking death. His goddamn death to carry out his mission like an actual spy would. This is fucking Kino is what it is. And look at this shit. Look at his brother tipping his fedora. In camaraderie, in understanding of what his brother did to fulfill the mission. This is fucking awesome. And it is so, like, it's so in line with how a spy actually works. The things they're willing to sacrifice, including their own life, to get the mission done. I fucking love it. This is such good characterization for CP0. It's the first cool thing they've done. And it's fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome. That's all I have to say about it. This is absolutely awesome. Thank you, Oda, for finally making these characters matter in a way that, you know, impacts the story. And it is awesome. My agent. Fantastic writing. Absolutely love this shit. This boy's got the drip. And I love him. What do you link there, Takuto? I'm always suspicious of your links. Oh, okay, let's check it out. He posted the link over here. Hang on. I gotta make this small, and I gotta copy it over. Okay, and zoom. You understand the consequences, don't you? Tip. And bonk. Fucking awesome, man. This is just so cool. I love it. 100 Beast Kaido. Goddamn, that's cool. Oh, man. All right. Yeah. I know Oda's making me like glowies. Bro, there's something to be said. You just gotta respect it. Look, the world government is unmitigatedly evil. What these guys are doing is, you know, basically pure evil. But just like with a guy like Akainu, you respect the fucking dedication to the craft, you know? And when someone is willing to literally die, you know that it's no bullshit. You know that it's like, how can I manipulate this situation to my personal advantage? No, man. He's a true believer. That's fucking badass. A small price to pay for salvation. Yeah, he's saying his quick Hail Mary right there as he heads off to meet his maker. And I will say this, yes. If Oda brings back this CP0 guy and he, like, lives, yes, that will be bullshit and embarrassing. The fire rises, brother. It's true. Like, that'll be embarrassing. It will undermine his sacrifice to a degree. However, this is still One Piece, and characters just, like, rarely die. So, like, if this, frankly, I expect this guy to show back up. So he is a slave. I mean, yeah, he's not carrying his own justice. He's a slave. Well, I mean, that gets into, like, kind of a complicated question of, like, what is a slave? Like, is he making his own determination? Like, is every member state of the world government a slave because they're forced to live under their rule? I mean, at what point does any character have agency when they're threatened with death? You know, like, to some degree, he could run away and leave. I don't know. Like, we don't know enough about his personality and his understanding to make that analysis, I think, frankly. So you could guess that, and it's probably fair to say that he is deeply indoctrinated by the world government. Absolutely. But, you know, we just don't know. All right, moving up. Now, I'm sorry, the term isn't Nate cells. All right, that is our word, but our actual N word is Nate heads, which is also something you are not allowed to say. That's our word. Please don't even think about using it. All right. Or that's a ban from real life. All right, moving on. Now that I've absolutely loved the glowies, love to see them. Agent fee is fake. There is no free will. Buy my Bitcoin. Couldn't have said it any better myself. All right, a tip of respect to a fellow agent lost in the line of duty. I mean, first of all, remember when these guys killed Drake? You know who I don't care about at all and has done absolutely nothing cool? Drake. Although I will say, Drake put himself in the line of fire for his mission to, like, what, like, undermine Kaido, destroy pirates for the sake of, like, the Marines, which is a cause he believes in, I guess. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. But it's not as cool as this man right here. This is fucking awesome, and I love it. Whatever, man. Sword is cool, but these guys are cooler as of right now. This little manly tip of respect to each other is so fucking awesome, man. Is so fucking cool. Okay, all right, moving on. Kawamatsu. Oh, let's check in with everybody's favorite character. Kawamatsu. Here we go. Radical nationalists. It makes sense to me. All right. Oh no, thousands of our comrades are still in there. Yawn, don't care. If only we weren't up in the sky. Okay, all right. Fire Bros. It's our time. It's cash money right now for all of us. We're loving this fire arc. We can't do anything to quell the flames. Oh no, we'll have to get the liquid out of our bodies. Uh-oh, all we have is our cum. Kawamatsu, you'll have to help us get the liquid out of our bodies to put out the fire. Uh-oh. I just wrote your dojin right there, boys. Mid-Onigashima climax. There you go. Make it happen. All right, everyone, please find a way out. There is no honor in burning alive. Okay, what is this? Blast, boom, huh? Okay, all right, here comes Kaido. Donde está tu lídero? Make that brat Momonosuke declare his surrender. Okay, so Kaido is like, yep, Luffy's dead. I killed him. Done with that. Straw Hat Luffy is dead. If any of you still wish to fight, step forward now. Okay, so we got the, what is this, a frogman? I don't know if I've seen that guy before, but I like him. All right, so he's dead. The Beast Pirates are loving it. Yay, it's a total victory for Kaido-sama. Enter Chadro. Or Chaddo, right. Big Doe. It can't be Straw Hat couldn't have. Okay, Straw Hat's voice has vanished. Okay, let's just quickly address the implications of Law being the one to say that this voice has vanished. Now, we know from Mantra that I think the voice thing was like they used it as voices with the Mantra thing, which we now refer to in a larger section as observation haki. So, like, I think this is as simple as saying that observation haki just lets you, like, hear where people are. So, I mean, I think I heard some people making larger implications about this. I don't think there's anything beyond Law has observation haki. There you go. It's true, he's a D. He can do anything Oda says he can. All right, whatever. He's got haki. Wow, shocking. Law gods, we have the voice of all things. We literally can't stop winning.
Shut up, bitch.
Shut up, bitch. All right, moving on. Okay, here comes Kid. Looks like we were kidding ourselves. Oh, looks like we were kidding ourselves? You see, even at times of trials, Kid stays on point with the comedy gold, and that's why he is a vastly better character than Law. Am I right? Kid gods. Kid D. In fact, Kid is such a badass. He's got 2 D's in his name. K-I-double-D. That's twice as good as fucking the pathetic Watch LD Trafalgar Law, whatever the fuck, man. Luffy's only got 1. Kid's got 2. Based. Okay, moving on. I'm sorry. I'm rambling. I'm just so hyped up on how badass Kid is with comedy gold. Wow, Luffy's been killed. This is a bitter pill to swallow. Uh-oh. I've got nothing left. I don't know why. Obviously, that he's referring to the blue pills he takes on the daily. Deeply embarrassing for Kid. Meanwhile, Kid is guzzling the red pills at light speed. All right, I'm sorry. I don't know why that's funny, but it is. Okay, so who's talking out now? Don't go out there, Yoi. We can't let that oversized... Who is that? Get away with lying like that. Was that a samurai? Oh, it's Nami, right. Okay, big bro, Aniki-chan. Okay, so Nami is visibly tearing up. Okay, here we go. It's true. Law knows a thing to do about swallowing. Let me tell you. All right, Luffy can't have lost. He's not dead. It's impossible. Okay, all right, calming down from it all. This is good. This is exactly what Nami would do if she heard this. She would be freaked out. She'd be sad. She'd be worried. And she wouldn't believe it. Because how many, like, impossible jams has Luffy got out of before? Or seemingly impossible. Many, right? Okay, so let's have Kaido elaborate on what's about to happen. Excuse me, I need a sip of my water here. So, some still won't let their spirits break. Okay, so Nami's yelling. So Kaido's about to kill Nami. This is good stuff. Nami personally, the coward Nami, one of the coward trio. This is gonna look good in the anime, I promise you. Is screeching at Kaido like a typical woman. Am I right? No, you didn't kill my boyfriend. No, this is good. She's just like yelling defiantly at Kaido. That like, no, you didn't kill him. Like she's standing up to him a little bit, you know. And he in fact turns to her and immediately tries to blast her. Luckily, the Giga Chad strong man Marco is there to defend her with miscellaneous Phoenix powers. Okay, cool. And look at her, absolutely trembling, embarrassing. But no, that's pretty cool. She fell down. She's crying. I get it. Onigashima will now land on the Flower Capital without delay. You'll find it won't be as soft as Orochi was. Now Kaido's plan is not to blow up Onigashima, right? He doesn't want that. Yeah, the true feminist Kaido will obliterate a man and woman alike. That's why Nami had to go. All right, so Kaido was just gonna plop it down right on top of the Flower Capital, as I understand it. The blowing up is purely a coincidental thing going on right now, or it's the plan of Kanjuro. I don't know, whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, so Kaido is getting into it now. So this country is just a giant weapons factory to me. I don't care if they're women or children. Oh, there you go. See, gender equality. Everyone here is my slave. Based. You'll be free to drop dead after your bodies can't take any more work. Yeah, that's how you'll live the rest of your miserable lives. After all, I can always replace you when you're gone. You choose to oppose me. Facing my wrath now should come as no surprise. This is what it means to lose in war. You gambled with your rights and dreams. Please don't spare my wife and child. No, motherfucker. All right, bring me Momonosuke. This doesn't end until then. So Kaido is just being, typical warlord, and you gotta give it to Kaido this much. He's thorough, you know. This is Sigma rule number 847, whatever the fuck. Engage in ruthless capitalism at all times. My legs are kneeling, Kaido. Oh, the gravity is enhanced on my knees. They're bending. Pretty based. You got to do it so that they won't rise up again. You know, you got to do a little genocide sometimes just to make sure your enemies don't rise up. You know, it's only good politics, right? He's just a good politician, Kaido. So the Beast Pirates are now... Oh, Chicken Man is running in to kill Law and Kid, K-I-double-D, while they are on their last legs. Yep, they're end of the rope. And they, as we've seen, now do not... yeah, you violated the NAP. This should come as no surprise. Basically, unironically true. Kaido believes in it. His policies are what Wano needs to move forward. All right, so now if I... All right, let's not forget. If I see Law do one motherfucking attack, all right, one, when he's been so clear he's got nothing left in the tank to do any more attacks, I'm gonna flip. I'm gonna do a Yeru no Mi. I'm gonna have to screech, but we'll see if that happens. You may have beaten Big Mom, but Kaido-san is tougher than a fortress. Okay, cool. You never had a chance. All right, so here comes, I think this is a kid guy who I think I've seen around before, and there's Jean Bart or whatever. Pretty cool. His chakra's recharging. Yeah, you're right. The longer that goes on, the more I'll have in the tank, so he might get a little bit. Good old Kaido just establishing capitalism. You know, what's there to criticize, really? He's just doing what any God-fearing American man would do in his situation. Okay, so here comes the future Straw Hat member Carrot and her lackey Neko, whatever. Dog Storm, I believe is his name. Okay, so Samurai. So we're in a panic, right? Everything's getting fucked up. That guy looks remarkably like Odin. I mean, yeah, but it's not Odin. It's just a samurai that looks a little bit like him. Very suspicious. Okay, so in the basement, everything's fucked, right? These pages are everything's fucked in many different ways. Okay, Kid and Law are getting back up a little bit. They've had a couple of seconds to recharge to kill this man. I'm fighting, surrendering, or letting him kill us. Wait, what? Surrendering or now. Now, see, I feel like what Kid should have said was like, I will surrender. I would rather die than surrender. But, okay, whatever. I mean, this is fine too, I guess. Damn, Straw Hat. Yeah, okay, there you go. Whatever. Obviously, you don't want to die either. Good luck, boys. Good luck. So here's Momo talking to Yamato. Don't be absurd. What can I do against someone Luffy lost to? So Yamato's hyping him up to do something. All right, let's see. So whatever. We're talking about fight to the last breath stuff with Momo and Yamato. Isn't that the way of the samurai? Indeed it is. Momo's a bit of a pussy because he didn't have a goddamn father figure around while he was gallivanting off, finding One Piece and doing other bullshit. He's an absentee father, and then he died. Very embarrassing, Odin. Fuck you. All right, so everyone's at their limit. Even Kaido must be feeling it now. Indeed. That would just be throwing away more lives. Okay, here we go. Big brain, rational Momonosuke is about to make some big brain plays. All right, let's see what's going on here. Our only option is to yield. Okay, let's see. This is the first desperate moment since the time skip. You know, I'll give you that. I think you're right, and I am happy to see it. It's just that there really should have been more of them up to now, but it is happening. You got to give Oda a little bit of credit. It is happening. Things do feel quite desperate, but let's see how it goes, right? Let's see how it goes. Momo only knows how to simp. Well, he's a bit of a schemer, you know? Like, Momo would be the first guy to say, like, you know, a girl comes out and she's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't love, what's that to say? You know, I just, guys that, you know, ever talk to women, they're just so creepy. And Momo's like, oh yeah, absolutely. That's deeply bad. Oh, it's exactly like that Dennis. Have you seen that clip of Dennis from like the new season of Always Sunny, where he's like, yeah, this is how you date the new woke generation, and you just lie and you pretend you agree with them on everything. Based? Dennis continues to be my role model in life. Up to now, he's just like me. I love to lie. All right. That was recommended to me on YouTube. Thank you, YouTube, for that recommendation. I'm catching up on Always Sunny right now. I'm just watching everything right now. And it's still good, you know? Still good. Although I'm like 10 seasons behind. Okay, anyway, I'm sorry. Here we go. Yamato, sneezing and coping. I'm not letting that happen. And they'll live as what? They'll be slaves until the day they die from exhaustion. Okay, but isn't that kind of what we did the last 20 years, though? I just want to point out that they did spend 20 years basically doing exactly that. So, and the whole concept behind that was, you know, like stall and wait. I guess in that case, there was like this specific prophecy that Toki said that like in 20 years, there will be a chance to win. So I suppose it's a little bit different. And that was like more than a prophecy to the people in the know. They, like the strong people literally knew that Toki's power sends you 20 years into the future. So I don't know. That was a pretty good thing to build hope on, I suppose. I guess Momo didn't live through that. Like, everybody else is probably pretty used to compromise by this point, but maybe they compromised with the hopes of that 20-year plan, so, okay, whatever. Okay, so in the end, surrendering won't save anyone. Sure. Like, you can wait and then have a chance to recover later, but this is kind of their big last chance. That's fair, more or less. All the daimyo that allowed Orochi to have his way went to their graves full of regret. Everything Wano endured for the past 20 years was for the sake of this battle. That's true. Okay, there you go. if our only option is to, or even if surrender is our only option, I'd rather we die together. Okay, all right, Yamato, I am liking what you are saying right now, and you're saying what I said like kid. It seems more like he would have said before, but maybe he didn't want to. Oda didn't want to make him seem too edgy, but I take that back, because here is Yamato saying exactly what makes sense here, and I'll say this right now. Yamato, right, aka Odin, literally Odin, is being like the father figure samurai that Momo needs in his life, and is acting very samurai-like in this moment, and I gotta respect that, if nothing else. Yamato is a good character. I like Yamato a lot. Even beyond just the side boob, if you can imagine that. Yeah, Yamato is cool, and Yamato is a better father to Momonosuke than Odin ever was. Dead ass. Full stop, baby. If I see Odin, I would say, shut up, bitch. And that would be that. Yamato is goated with the sauce, for real, no doubt about it. All right, there you go. Love to see it.
Easy money.
All right. I know. I cannot wait for the shitstorm when the Straw Hats just leave without her. Guys, I'm planting my flag right now. Yamato is not joining the crew. It's not happening. Dead ass with the sauce. For real. She is not joining. I cannot believe that people think she is joining. It's unbelievable. And my basic reasoning is about, like, Oda had no plans for Yamato to be as big a role as she turned out to be. And that, she wasn't even, I think she was going to be a guy originally when she was introduced. And then, like, whatever. Someone was talking about that before. I read some of it. She's not joining. It's not going to happen. But it's really funny that some of you think that she is. So keep saying it. My favorite phrase, keep saying it. It's not going to happen. And I will laugh. Oh, I will laugh. She is not. Okay, there you go. Keep saying it, boys. She already joined. Well, there you go. I guess I'm wrong. Okay, moving on. Kaido's blasting and Chopper's doctoring, presumably. Okay, boys, it's time to focus up. It's time. Here we go. All right, we're zooming back in. We're zooming. Dun dun dun. Okay, so Onigashima, Battlefield, Luffy. What's going on? Oh, is that a frown? Frown Boys? Is that the name? Frown Boys? Was that what they were called? All right, Elephant Bros, here we go. Momonosuke. I can hear it. All right, Elephant talking to Momonosuke. Here we go. We can see him. Oh, little attention thing. Nani? It really takes me back. What do you mean, Zunisha? I don't even know how to pronounce it. Zunisha? I don't know. I can hear the drums of liberation. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. This is the first time in 800 years. He is there, without a doubt. Joy Boy. He has returned. Grin. Pronounced Nika. Sun God Bros? Sun God Bros? Nani? All right. We, Nika Nee. Soy Boy is back with another video, baby. Here we go. All right. So, yeah, okay. Nika, what's going on? Okay, we just got to get into all this shit now, about the implications of this one moment, all the prophecy stuff. It all focuses on just what Zunisha is saying right here, and this panel. First of all, okay. Let's be real about what's going on here. Luffy is gooping. Okay, what does that mean? Now, okay, I said this at the beginning. Whether or not Luffy was literally dead or, like, barely clinging to life and slowly dying, frankly, I don't even care. It doesn't really matter. Like, if that's important to Oda, will explain it. There's no point worrying about it right now, okay? It looks like Luffy is gooping big time right now. Now, what does that mean? Okay, what can we actually see here? We see, like his face. He's smiling, right? His hair is good. He's smoking. Is that just the air leaving his body? He's smoking over. I don't like. He was just in gear, whatever. Is the hat? Is that the hat? I don't. Isn't the hat like under him, behind him? Like, the details kind of matter here a lot. His face is being, at least his hair is changing. He's made of goop. How did that happen?
took a bite of gum gum.
Or did he? Or did he? Why is he grinning, though? Okay, all right. But before we get into like devil fruit stuff or whatever the fuck, drip bros, venom bros, okay, Joy Boy, right? Let's not even kid ourselves. Look, oh my God, is Oda setting up for a big misdirect? Joy Boy is actually Momonosuke. Okay, like maybe that's just probably not what's happening. It's like it's basically just 100% confirmed that Zunisha is talking about Luffy here. Look, we all knew that Luffy like was gonna be Joy Boy. Okay, but what does that mean? He became Trouble. He ate Trouble's fruit. Resin no mi. Nika no mi. What does that mean? Okay, Luffy was dead. All right. You know, I was talking with people in the chat this morning or whatever. Okay, yeah, what Takuda said is the obvious thing. Let's not ignore just the most obvious thing. Everything we're seeing right now can be easily explained if what is happening right now is just Luffy awakening the Gomu Gomu no Mi, or whatever the fuck it's called, the Sneed no Mi. Yeah, he's awakening the rubber devil fruit or whatever, okay? That's just the first layer. Look, it's not like, okay, whatever else is going to happen in the next couple of chapters, it's not like Luffy wasn't made of rubber this whole time. He was definitely made of rubber, and how do we know that? More so than he ate took a bite of gum gum, it's the fact that, like, Enaru was specifically vulnerable to Luffy's attacks. Like, I guess he could be about other things, you know, are there other substances that could be resistant to lightning? I guess that's true. I'm not even going to entertain that Luffy isn't made of rubber. Luffy is definitely made of rubber, and I'm not even going to pretend otherwise until Oda specifically clarifies it, because that will just be too much for me to handle. And let's also say, okay, we are officially entering the territory of potential large-scale ruination of stuff that has been established, you know, just how One Piece works and is for a long time, right? Yeah, I mean, so like if okay, all right. Let's get it. All right, there's so much to talk about, right? I don't want to miss all this stuff. You have to go back to the previous chapters of One Piece. You'll notice that Luffy never made any rubber-based attacks. Holy shit, you're absolutely right. I never noticed that. I never noticed that they weren't actually rubber attacks. It's the Cope no Mi. Okay, all right. We have to talk about this bullshit that Oda introduced recently, right? Okay, what did Oda bring up recently, right? Okay, Joy Boy. Joy Boy is a thing since Fisherman Island. What does that mean? I don't know. Zunisha's talking about 800 years. He knew a guy named Joy Boy. He was his companion or whatever. Okay, fine. It was bungee gum all along with both the properties of rubber and gum. That explains everything. There he goes. That's gum. It's the qualities of gum. Look, okay. Whatever happens, look, dead ass, unironically, whatever is going to happen, Luffy is still a rubber man, and that's not changing. He is a rubber man, and that cannot change. Or like Oda is like literally throwing away One Piece and like what the series is about. And look, that's just not likely to happen. All right, but by the way, I'll preface our whole discussion that we're surely about to have for a good long while by saying that I have basic faith in Oda's storytelling ability, and Oda has been so clear about like what the point of One Piece is that while we will talk about potential things that will be like bad and possibly like ruin the series or whatever, I don't think that like they're very likely. I just think that they're possible based on the things that Oda is setting up right now, and like they would be like unbelievably fucked up of Oda to do, which is why I don't think he's going to do them. I think it's extremely unlikely Oda is about to do stuff that like ruins One Piece, you know? Let me see. What's this link here? Okay, let's here. Okay, someone the fan art is already rolling in. All right, we can probably show the whole thing right now. Check out what's this? This is my boy. This is the Joyous Boyus coming live to you soon. Oh, okay, he's looking great. Okay, fine. So all right. Let's talk theories, right? I'm going to forget some stuff. It's Soy Boy. It was Soy Boy all along. That's him. Soy Boy is making a comeback. All right. Devil fruits probably contained the will of strong people who died, and this one was Joy Boy. Okay, let's talk about it's the Paramecia grin fruit can generate grins. Easiest way to make people grin is by being a silly stretchy boy. Indeed, Sims, indeed. Like that, I mean, that's a theoretical possibility. We just don't know. What do we got here? What's this link here? Oh, okay, here we go. This is me. This is me a little bit unironically. Look, and I'll say this, we lack information. We lack information. We need more information to make any big oh my god, he ruined One Piece. Oh, okay. We just need way more information. But we can speculate. Look, Oda is begging us to speculate. So I don't want anybody out there to be like, we literally can't make it. Like, you're allowed to have feelings. It is normal and healthy, and you should, like, just think about, like, what did he mean by this? That is, yeah, that's us on the left. That's, I guess, me right now on the right. We'll see which of us turns out to be right. It's the mythical water fruit. Okay, we don't know anything about devil fruits, right? Is Oda about to introduce something about how, like, by the way, yes, next week, break. Thank you, Goda. Oh, God. He's taking a week off. Why, Oda, you motherfucker? It's gonna be unbelievable torture about what's about to happen. Oh, God. Okay, so, is Oda about to introduce some fucking lore about how devil fruits are like ancient people who, okay, because here's the thing. All right, what is there's so much to talk about. There's so many things going on right now. Forgive me if I get tangled up in them, but like Awakening, what was the deal with Awakening all along, right? As far as we've known up to now, it's just been like you get extra powers for some reason. They seem to be like external powers rather than like in you or something, right? Okay. Nate, considering you hate Awakening, how do you feel that this is the most likely Luffy doing it out of nowhere with no explanation? I mean, I hate that. I hate it deeply. I hate any time a character just gets powers that saves them, like, apropos of nothing. Look, I don't know if you guys were around, right? Like, this was actually a little bit before my time. I got caught up reading One Piece Weekly at, like, Thriller Bark. And I feel like I got into the game late doing that shit. Okay, anytime a character is, like, about to lose and suddenly develops extra powers that helps them win is bad writing. It's just bad writing because it's not fun. It's lame. It's dumb. And like you can't follow along with it as a reader. It's fucking lame, right? So if all that's happening right now, which is quite likely, is that Luffy has just awakened, I know it's literally every fight in Fairy Tail. It ruins the stakes. etc., etc. I know, I'm sorry to slander Bleach that way, forgive me. And One Piece is really not like that most of the time. Look, Gear 2nd and Gear 3rd were kind of ass pulls a little bit. Let me finish before you get too mad. Like, many of us, as we were following back in those days, we thought like, well, that power came out of nowhere. And that's Oda kind of has a bad habit of not really setting up powers. It's kind of like a little bit of a hint here and there as to what they're going to be goes a long way for when they then show up and you're like, oh, there you go. Cool. That thing that was hinted, here it is. Here's the power that was like briefly mentioned, or we saw like the implications of it here or there or something. That's good stuff. You like it when they do that. And Gear 2nd was introduced during the fight with Blueno, and that's a great fight. We all like it, but like that power sort of came out of nowhere, and we were like, "Oh, what is this?" But like the thing that we're given about that makes it go over, without too much of a fuss, is that the thing with Aokiji had just happened at the end of Long Ring Longland, and the whole idea of Aokiji showing up there was to say that like Luffy is not ready for the big time with his basic level of powers. He needs to develop more advanced techniques. And just as like a basic battle shonen, that's totally fine. And then Gear 2nd and Gear 3rd were just the particular ways that Oda developed that. I would have added a little bit of foreshadowing to those, but it wasn't a big deal, and everybody is pretty cool with them. Again, and they on a secondary level, they kind of don't make sense in some ways. Why does circulating your blood faster act like a doping effect? Oh, I get more oxygen to my blood vessels faster, so I'm faster and stronger. It's like a steroid. I mean, okay, to a degree, you chug a lot of caffeine, you're all revved up, and you can punch really fast all of a sudden. Okay, that's fine. That's not so bad. This had more setup than Gear 2nd and 3rd, but Luffy didn't train for it. Well, yeah, okay. Well, so in this case, to apply that to this situation, it's like, let's say that this is Awakening, right? Which is quite likely. When you introduce something out of nowhere, you need to have blowback and consequences to contextualize it. That's how you do it right. Yes. See, what Oda has done here, most likely, is just that Luffy, he literally died or was very close to death or whatever, and Luffy just, developed this power out of nowhere. Okay. So is what you're telling me, Oda, is that, when a devil fruit user is on the verge of death, that's when their devil fruit awakens? Because if not, then this moment is totally arbitrary. And, devil fruit awakening, maybe we'll learn more about it. This ain't Haki, which has been established to, again, I don't really like this writing trope, but Oda does the thing, in the heat of battle, Haki can evolve quickly. That's not the worst. It's okay. It worked pretty well with Katsukuri, whatever. But this is a different kind of thing that's happening right now. And there's a great explanation of there's a great comparison to what's going on. The flower of Haki blooms in battle, indeed. I don't know if you guys have read Yu Yu Hakusho, but there is a fantastic comparison point in many ways, potentially, to what we're about to see with Luffy right now. And it is a moment that is very much criticized as fairly shitty, hacky writing that came out of nowhere. In fact, in that way, it came out of way more nowhere than this. But in Yu Yu Hakusho, at the end of the Chapter Black arc, Yusuke, spoilers, Yusuke, is fighting and he, dies, right? He's, literally dead. He's deceased. I think they check his heart. He's literally dead. And he did it on purpose. Now, Yusuke's plan was, he had a plan. There was a reason why he died. He literally died, and Yusuke's thinking and allowing himself to die in that way was, my death will motivate my comrades to, avenge me, and that is how they will defeat the enemy here. There was Kuwabara and redhead guy, Kurama, and don't tell me, Hiei, right. Those three would, power up and they would defeat what's his face, Chapter Black guy, Shinsui. Okay, so that happens and those guys all get powered up and they go on to fight him, but they still can't beat him because then Shinsui pulls out yet another power up out of nowhere on his end. Maybe it was foreshadowed, I can't remember, it doesn't matter. Whatever. The point is they couldn't beat him. So then, just totally out of nowhere, completely out of nowhere. Yeah, that was a great moment for Kuwabara and the gang. But that got cucked because what happens next is Yusuke Urameshi, he just comes back to life. How does he come back to life? Oh, my demon ancestor! Here's how he comes back to life. Because turns out that 1,000 years ago, one of Yusuke's ancestors was a really powerful demon who injected his genetics into Yusuke's family tree. And now, many generations later, Yusuke is strong enough to fucking die. And at that moment, his relative, now, because there was a portal open to the demon world. Okay, so whatever. That's how he was able to get the Wi-Fi signal across. Yusuke comes back to life. He is demon mode now. He now has demon energy. And in fact, he's possessed by his great ancestor. Togashi kind of wrote it in to give him a father figure. It was bullshit. Whatever. He never has Yusuke's real father show up. So this was a last minute idea. Whatever. It kind of sucked. It was the last arc. It wasn't that cool. It was sort of a chosen one moment, and then Yusuke retains control over his body and comes back to life, and he's just fine. And there's zero consequences to it, except now he has fun demon energy too. Right? Hooray! How fun. He had to have a certain level of strength to revive. Right. So, okay. So that was hacky bullshit because it came out of literally nowhere and was just shitty writing and fucking sucked, right? He just pulled it out of his ass to, I don't know, make it more interesting, whatever, it doesn't matter. So, maybe what Oda's about to do here is that Luffy crossed the level 60 threshold Pokemon style that Dragonair needs to evolve into Dragonite, but you also have to literally die, and in that moment, that is how you unlock your Devil Fruit Awakening. We are now being informed that this is the process necessary to unlock Devil Fruit Awakening. Okay. Daltz, okay. You're saying Awakening didn't come out of nowhere, but Oda was purposely vague about how to get it. Bro, I know, but let's not kid ourselves. Like, the way Oda is introducing it is, I don't think it's overly harsh to say, a cheap drama bait tactic in the writing department to make us like think, oh my god, Luffy died, and then he at the last moment pulls this directly out of his ass to say, oh, this is of course the well-studied, well-known way that Devil Fruit Awakening happens. Look, yeah, I mean, it's not like contradicting anything. It's just like shitty writing. Just on any level, that's just shitty writing. The fact that Oda is now saying that that's canonically how it works, which he hasn't actually confirmed yet. Yeah, I mean, didn't Daffy just fucking do it and say he was doing Awakening? That's literally, well, okay, no, we all know that Devil Fruit Awakening has been a thing discussed for quite a while now, right? Remember when Oda said he didn't know how to make Luffy beat Kaido? Yes. Does anyone have a link to that? I would love to read that section. It's from one of the SBSs. Yeah, Oda commented to someone's question or something in an SBS about how he did not know how Luffy was going to defeat Kaido. Now, let's do Oda the common courtesy and assume he wasn't literally lying. Which I think is fair to do. Because guys, let's not ignore the fact that a lot of what shonen writers do is written on the fly. And look, we all love Oda. Oda sets up a lot of stuff, but much of it is made up as he goes along. Case in point, we know that the supernovas were, I believe, made up. I believe that the number was 2 chapters before they were introduced. He just made them up because he thought they would be interesting. Now, they weren't super plot relevant at the time, but this is what people do. You know, people have ideas, they write them in. Okay, fine. It doesn't matter, you know, that doesn't make it a bad story. It doesn't make it a bad idea. It's just, you know, we should keep that in mind and be aware that that can be something that is reasonable to consider when you're seeing what Oda is doing, you know. Remember Urouge? I'll never forget Urouge, my favorite character. That's a direct sound effect from Urouge in the anime. There you go. Luffy isn't going to defeat Kaido, but Joy Boy will. All right, where was Joy Boy first referred to? Well, of course, that moment is burned into many of our memories. I will never forget that panel where Robin first said the words Joy Boy during Fishman Island reading that poneglyph, and I thought to myself in that moment, look, this is not a joke. Seriously, this is not revisionist history. I thought, this sounds horrible. I thought Joy Boy is like the worst name I've ever heard for a character. I hate this. I do not like where this is going, and I'm afraid. Oh, boy. Okay. So, whatever. We haven't ruined One Piece yet. Okay, what else can we talk about with here? We talked about how, like, this might just be Awakening. Skipped over it. Oh, I mean, I was, you know, reading chapter to chapter. I'm pouring over every chapter. I mean, that was just after they got back together after the time skip, too. So, you know, I was avidly following what was going on. Robin was in the forest. Who cares what she's reading? Bro, she's reading a poneglyph. How can you not care? Nate hates all joy. He's too jaded. You got me there. In a 1v1, always bet on Kaido, Luffy and Joy Boy with the 2v1. There you go. Okay, what else can we talk about here? Someone mentioned a theory before that, like, did you have the same reaction to Cutty Flam? I do think that Cutty Flam is a shitty name, but, I mean, I guess it's fine. I don't know. I hate both happiness and men, so when I heard about a Joy Boy, I was deeply disgusted. Forever on. And it's been like 10 years since then or something, so it's been a long time. But for me, that's like new piece shit. I mean, it was the first real arc, you know. Forget the reunion stuff. It was the first big arc after they got back together, you know, post time skip. So a definite new piece vibes. And we are feeling the climax of New Piece right now, boys. Deeply. Okay, so yeah. I can't imagine Luffy fighting like Goop. I hope it's still a momentum-based power. Yeah, me too. If it was Sad Girl, I'd be all over it. You're right. Would have loved that. But he went the opposite direction. Not a fan of that. And what is this? Joy Boy's Awakening? Bros, something's happening in me. I can feel the Yeto no me awakening. It's awakening within me. And I am becoming Angry Boy! Oh, I'm awakening, bros! Ah! Oh, it's all happening! Ah, I'm awakening! I'm near death! Ah! All right, good. Excuse me. Since you joined at Thriller Bark, most of your One Piece real time has been New Piece. Yeah, but hey, Thriller Bark was great for a long time. I didn't actually love everything about Thriller Bark. We kind of had a real peak with Enies Lobby. Thriller Bark had Brooks, who was great. It had Bink Sake, legendary. Oh, and yeah, I mean, a lot of y'all have been all New Piece, so that's, my condolences on that, lads. But frankly, I was kind of like after Enies Lobby, there's kind of like I'm not gonna say like a huge downgrade, but you get like Thriller Bark, Shabon Archipelago, the Marineford stuff, and a lot of that was a departure from the real adventure stuff that I deeply loved. So I don't know, not to get too much into that, but whatever. Okay, what else can we talk about? I feel like we've barely scratched the surface on the stuff there was to say about this. Okay, Luffy being, okay, let's talk, okay, I know what I want to talk about. Let's talk about I should have made notes beforehand. Let's talk about the renamed Devil Fruit concept, right? Okay, now, maybe I should say this later, whatever, doesn't matter. In my opinion, the number one thing that I fucking hate and see, like, literally zero justification for in the narrative is this concept that has been introduced about a devil fruit, a super special devil fruit, that the government manipulated the name of. And let's get into why that is, okay? All right, because look, obviously the implication is that it's Luffy. That's obviously the implication. Maybe it'll be something else. Okay, it's just obviously implied to be Luffy right now, okay? Maybe it'll be something else. I can see that. It's possible, but whatever. It seems like that's the case. Okay, now why? Now, don't misrepresent my point here. Is it theoretically possible that the world government has the influence to, like, reinforce different names of things? Yeah. I know. Takuda, this is, oh god. Like I'm sure Raftel has already been updated on the wiki as being called Laugh Tale now, even though for individuals that go and read One Piece from the beginning, you are not supposed to know that the name of that island is Laugh Tale until you get to chapter like 1020 or whatever it is. You are not supposed to know. And so like, yeah, technically speaking, that's the name of it is Laugh Tale. And that was a great reveal. I loved it. It was fantastic. And it was right in front of us the whole time. Some people even guessed it, but we just didn't know. So in this way, I'm almost against the existence of wikis as a concept. I want them to go away. And like, how are people? In fact, I wonder if there's some sort of re-release of One Piece when it's done. Like, surely they can't call it Laugh Tale in English, right? They can't do that. You have to make a compromise. You call it Raftel. If I was the translator, that is what I would do, and that is what you should do. Right? Okay. This is just getting at a larger point about how, like, localizations are kind of fucked. In the, like, if you read it in One Piece, then if you read it in Japanese, there's nothing to change. You just do it in Giggle Story. Yeah, call it that. You don't need to change anything because it's just written in, like, a different text. It's written in, like, whatever, like katakana or whatever it is. Whereas, you know, when it gets to the big reveal, it's written out in, like, Romanji or I don't even know, whatever it is. It's, like, clarified in that moment. The Devil Fruit is something else. That's not Luffy. It was that thing BB said he wants going to go. What the fuck did you just type? It changed its name to Uranus. The Devil Fruit is something else. That's not Luffy. It was that thing BB said he was going to go get during the in-between of acts. It changed its name to Uranus. Okay. Nate, they can't even change Zolo to Zoro. I don't think they're going to change Laugh Tale. Well, I sure hope so. Because that will... Look, I mean, you know what? Honestly, fuck us in the Western world. Honestly, fuck us. You know, fuck us English speakers. The story literally isn't for us. It's for Japanese school children, right? That's who it's for. And that's fine. As long as those people are saved, the rest of us can burn. But we have to acknowledge that there's way more English speakers than Japanese. And, like, I want to save them. I want to protect them by not letting this Laugh Tale meme get too far out there. I want to preserve it for the kids. that are reading this like in future generations. I want them to have a pure, correct experience, not ruined by us total freakish assholes in the West, you know? And I'm just saying, the more that it gets widespread, the bigger that chances are of happening. As a Japanese school child, I agree. Glad you think so, glitched Matt. You sound Japanese to me. Okay, let me get back to this renamed devil fruit thing. I want to go in on this. Okay, like, so, as I said before, now, is it possible? Yeah, each devil fruit has a will, and a user awakens when those wills collide/fuse. Maybe. In fact, I'm gonna take some notes here. I'm gonna get back to that. Will of people within devil fruits. We'll talk about that in one moment. Okay, and why that too is a path of hackery that no man should tread. I'm pulling out the notepad. Okay. It's a Bankai. Yeah, basically. Okay. And like, is it a Bankai like fucking Zoro's sword or whatever? We'll talk about that. One sec. Okay. The will of the fruit. Okay, we'll see. And one sec. Right, okay. I got my notes. Things to talk about. So, the renamed fruit thing. To restate my thing I said before, like, does it make no sense? Does it make no sense? I have a theory that 800 years ago, the devils were sealed in fruits, and Joy Boy was one such devil. Yeah, I mean, that's not, like, the worst theory in the world, and we will talk about it. One sec. Because I don't want to pretend that we know every mystery about every single thing of a devil fruit. I would still have issues, though, and we'll talk about that. Okay. Okay, that's a good point. And we'll get back to that. Okay, all right. The name thing, right? The reason why the name thing irks me, and it looks like we're setting up Luffy's devil fruit. Now, is it going to be the Nika no Mi, the smile devil fruit? Is that what it's going to be? I don't know. Is it going to be the oil devil fruit? Is it going to be the resin devil fruit? Because he's a goopy boy now. I mean, maybe why would a smile devil fruit, like, what is going to be the fucking logic behind that? That, like, he's like a clown, and clowns use rubber so they can stretch or something because it's funny? Like, literally, what is the fucking justification for that? Because why the fuck would you change the name if it wasn't something, like, secretive or plot relevant or something? Like, okay, maybe the oil devil fruit was known to be the best devil fruit, so they had to change the name to misdirect so nobody knew. Okay, right? Maybe that's true. That's possible. Okay, and one thing. Okay, right. I mean, I think what's more likely there is that it's some sort of, like, super devil fruit, like the Nika no Mi or something, which is really fucking dumb, but I don't know. Okay, but here's the thing. Oda could do everything he's going to do, whichever way it goes. I feel like the ability isn't what's special, only that Joy Boy had it, so they're scared of it. Maybe. I don't remember them explicitly stating that they changed the name. I'm pretty sure they did, and I think I double-checked that. Now, they didn't say which fruit it was, but they said, like, we changed the name of a devil fruit of some kind. And, like, the only fruit that's been discussed deeply recently is the gum fruit. The hat unlocks the fruit. I mean, I don't know about that shit. Now, they definitely said they changed the name of a fruit. It could be a different fruit. It wasn't confirmed, but it like, all the stuff about Shanks. And, okay, this other stuff now about, like, Shanks had the gum fruit, right? And now, just, like, a couple fucking chapters ago, like, fucking Who's Who was talking about, like, I was in charge of guarding the rubber devil fruit. Rubber starts as sap in a tree. It's the fruit that makes other devil fruits. Oh, my God! Okay, fine. The fruit that makes other devil fruits. I mean, maybe, I guess. So it's like we're being set up that, like, so, okay, you're telling me, Oda, you fucking hack, that the sap fruit, all right, maybe, that oh, now in New Piece, here deep in fucking New Piece, and I put stank on the name, I disrespect the name New Piece, because this is fucking New Piece bullshit that was not there from the beginning and is fucking up my good boy Luffy, who was just a rubber man who wanted to be a pirate and had a goofy, silly fruit from the beginning. So Shanks actually, because he met with the Gorosei before, guys, right? Shanks knows everything. He's like a super god. He knows everything about everything now. He's so important. He's actually one of the Tenryubito. Oh my god. Whatever these fucking theories are. He intentionally sought out the Gum Gum fruit, right? Because it was like the most important devil fruit in the entire world. Okay, right? You following me? And then he randomly brings this super important, most legendary devil fruit in the world to a random fucking bar in an unlocked treasure chest where, like, people are coming and going all the time, and a random child just eats it while no one is paying attention because I'm shrugging. My face is agape. I have no answer to this. Because Shanks, with his big brain master plan, just allowed a random child to eat the Gum Gum fruit and was then, like, mildly concerned about that, mostly because it meant Luffy could no longer swim. Right? And look, and what this further does beyond this, all right, think about this. Now, the reason why Shanks gave Luffy his devil fruit is not because Luffy impressed him, or Luffy did anything to earn it, or prove that he was a bad motherfucker, and Shanks just saw a spark in him. He said those same words, Rayleigh, or whoever he was talking to, he said those same words as the captain. That's why I gave him the hat. That's why I entrusted the future to him. No. Because his observation hockey let him see the future, man. That's what. No. It's because he ate the super special devil fruit that has literally Joy Boy inside of it. And he basically had no choice but to sacrifice his arm to it. You see, this is the implication of what Oda is setting up right now. And that is not the same origin story that we have known and loved of Luffy for this entire time. That's cool? No, that's not cool. Now, I'll tell you this. Like, it is in theory possible that Oda planned that all along. Okay, if he planned that all along, he planned a shitty story all along. And I criticize it on the merits of what we're learning right now. I don't care if he planned it or not. And let me tell you, he did not plan that. He did not. Okay, that's just all there is to it. Nate, what I was saying is that the devil fruit that the world government is talking about had its name changed to Uranus. It isn't the Gum Gum. In between Acts 2 and 3, Blackbeard talked about not letting the Navy take something. He was talking about that fruit, and he took it and awakened it. Between Acts 2 and 3, about not letting the Navy take something. Wait, you're talking about like a devil fruit that currently no one has eaten, or one that like Luffy has? It isn't the. You're saying it isn't the Gum Gum fruit? Oh, I mean, look. I know that's possible. Everything I'm saying is with a huge grain of salt because we don't know how it's all gonna work out, and it is absolutely possible that like this is either not going the way we think it is, or we're being set up for like a joke or a gag. Look, that's possible. I concede all of that. But this is, I mean, Oda knows what we're going to speculate seeing this shit, right? The hints are right there. Let's not just like ignore the obvious implications. And look, if it turns out to be a bait and switch, you're supposed to take the bait. And that is what we're discussing right now. Like, I'm aware there are other possibilities, but it seems like things are pointing to this right now. Like, yeah, maybe the name of it was Uranus. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows, man? I mean, I don't think this is leading to a joke. I wish that was the case. I don't think that's the case. It is the Gum Gum fruit. Awakening returns it to its base state, tree sap. I guess that would be okay. I mean, I don't know. And Takuto, your approach is correct. Just like AOT, I will simply ignore the revisionism and enjoy the Kino that once was. There's basically nothing wrong with that, because when you've got a series like One Piece and also to a lesser extent, just because it's shorter, Attack on Titan, like they say manga could talk about, they make up a lot of stuff as they go along. So, like, what is irrational or, like, not reasonable about being like, oh, it was good writing, oh, then it was bad writing. So I don't like that part. I like the part up to that point. Like, I'm just saying, there's nothing wrong with that philosophy, and I adopt it on many things. On many things. And I'm not saying that One Piece is ruined or anything yet. I'm just saying that's a fine way to go. Yeah, there's gonna be a whole lot of shit theories. Man, I was thinking about talking about some theories more, but this shit is just blown it out of the water, man. The author is wrong? Yeah, literally yes. Literally yes. Or rather, the author made a bad writing choice, and I don't like it. It doesn't mesh with stuff. Who knows? Who knows? I know it's going to be literally forever now. Okay, what else can we say about this? His awakening might literally be just turning liquid sap into the liquid sap stage of rubber. I agree, and I don't disagree with that at all. But here's what I'm saying. This renaming idea along, like, again, maybe as whoever was saying that, Salty or something, that like that's a little bit of a misdirect, and it's going to be a different devil fruit. I don't think that's the case. I don't know. Are we going to get the smile fruit? Are we, like, is the other name they're talking about Uranus? Okay, but like they're talking about they renamed a devil fruit. Like, it would have to have like a devil fruit name. It wouldn't be known as Uranus and the gum fruit, but they're implying that it was known as Uranus first and then changed its name. That makes it like a weird super special fruit. Okay, I don't know. I just don't know what to say about that. Here's my point. You don't need to have that plot point about changing the name whatsoever. Again, assuming we're talking about the fucking Luffy devil fruit thing, the gum fruit. You don't need to do any of this name change stuff in order to do every other thing that Oda wants to do for this section. It's fine. You just literally leave that part out. It's not necessary. And I'll say this. And look, even if let's say the name is Uranus or whatever, I don't know. Okay, whatever. Maybe it's like it's not just it was the smile fruit. It was the Nika no Mi or whatever. The stretch fruit. I don't know. He's melting upwards. I don't know what this means. Even putting that aside, like, what about just the idea, right? What about just the idea that Luffy's devil fruit was supposed to be unimpressive and Luffy was the one that made it good, right? It's not like that even went away recently. Literally the last chapter, or rather the last arc, the whole deal. Guys, you know how much I love the Katakuri stuff. I screech about it to this day, about how Katakuri was unmitigated keenography. And the whole point of that fight is how Luffy's fruit is outclassed. If we undermine that in some bullshit way, man, it's gonna be a nightmare. Like, so much of that fight will just be, like, undone. I mean, I know it doesn't literally ruin it. Like, it's just that Luffy had lesser haki. He hadn't awakened his devil fruit yet. He hadn't, I don't know, he wasn't as strong. He wasn't as fast. It was his determination. It doesn't undermine that narrative point. But it does, like, I don't know. It's like with the Naruto versus Neji stuff, that Naruto just went on to become the chosen one, when, like, all that stuff that he did against Neji was like, I worked hard to earn this. I know I have the fucking infinite chakra from Kurama from the Nine-Tailed Fox, but don't worry about that. Right now I'm basically just a normal kid who's going to use the limited abilities I have to beat a genius. Whoa, it's so cool. It eats away at that, like, narrative purpose, and that's not cool. That's bad, you know? Oh, Lord. Okay. I think it was something like you'll know its name after eating it. Okay. Some people bring up this stuff about knowing the name of a fruit after eating it. Okay, I was going to say, this other thing about the government renaming it, that doesn't make any kind of sense. Because, okay, case in point, I brought up before, like, people like Otama. I don't remember for sure if the people in Wano know the names of their devil fruit. I kind of think they don't, because they do refer to them in a different way than other people, which I appreciate Oda doing, because, yeah, they wouldn't, like, know the names. They wouldn't have been given them because they're not under the purview of the world government. But what about Eneru? Okay, what about Eneru? Eneru is from a separate society in the White Sea that is totally separate from the Blue Sea of, like, below. How does he know that his fruit is called the Goro Goro no Mi? How does he know that? He knows it because he just does? I don't know. And like, there's just a lot of this. There are a lot of characters that, I don't know, like, they don't really, like, read the fucking newspaper. Who's gonna tell them that they did this stuff? I mean, they just don't know about devil fruits. They think they're jutsus. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Maybe, okay, but maybe he made up the name himself. If that's the case, why does it perfectly match the naming scheme of everyone else in the series? Oh, okay, and of course, we know the real answer. The answer is a meta concept that it doesn't really matter. Devil fruits are just a concept. Characters just know the names, they're devil fruit. It's fine. It's fine. And, like, can we theoretically understand this, like, a series of events where, like, the government approved manual, the up-to-date latest one that has all the devil fruits that are known. By the way, some of them just aren't in there, by the way, like Kakus and Khalifa. This is a known fact. Check the SB. I was reading it. Someone posted it before. Some of them just aren't in there. And, yeah, exactly. You're talking about right there, Kos. They didn't know. So lots of the knowledge is just unknown. It's the one piece of knowledge they inherit. I mean, well, if you're saying that's the one piece of knowledge they inherit, that doesn't make any sense, because Luffy has been calling this thing the Gum Gum fruit all along, and it sounds like we're about to learn that it has another name. So, I mean, again, there's like a little bit of like a, we'll see how it plays out, but this is the thing. Like, if it turns out you just know the name, then this renaming thing really makes absolutely no sense. I mean, I guess unless it's this Uranus thing. Okay, and again, we're getting into territory where there are theoretical ways that this makes sense and it doesn't totally ruin anything. It's just that there's many, many tripwires around for Oda to, like, fuck this thing up and be totally stupid. Yeah, okay. So what else is going on? The samurai don't even have the concept of devil fruits. They call it jutsu. Indeed. So we'll see how that plays out. I'm just pointing out these things that could be an issue. And I just want to point out that, like, the idea that the world government can change the name of fruits, that concept is in direct contradiction to people having the name. So, like, what you guys are talking about, it doesn't make sense. I think people are just trying to combine too many concepts at once to try and explain this. Yeah, I mean, I agree. He says gum gum, and yet he says a rubber man. Well, because he has the properties of both a rubber and gum.
He took a bite of gum gum. Shut up, bitch.
There you go. Debunked. He listened to the intro and he knew the name of his fruit. There you go. Okay, what else do we have to talk about here? So I just think that this idea of, like, the government literally changing the name, it's just dumb. I just don't like it. And it's making us be like, oh, look, even if it works out, right now it is causing pain and suffering us in a not fun way. He's teasing us with really stupid stuff. Just don't tease us, and just don't have this idea of a renamed fruit. Just leave it as the Goma Goma no Mi, or whatever, man. Maybe I'll eat these words and it'll totally make sense. I'm just very, very worried about that. Okay, whatever. Okay, moving on from that. Let's talk about this other idea, right? Okay, here's a thought. Here's a thought that people have had lately that you guys were talking about. The will of the people within devil fruits. Okay, this is a theory that isn't the most unbelievable theory in the world. Okay, let's talk about how it is a known fact that devil fruits are an unexplained mechanic. It's been 1,000 fucking chapters. We don't know how devil fruits work, what the nature of their power is, etc., etc. If what's happening to Luffy right now is the way that we learn what devil, like, the devil fruits are a literal devil, and this devil is Joy Boy the devil, and we're learning its name, will that be, like, a totally unbelievable explanation of, like, how devil fruits work? Okay, like, in theory, like, it'll be like that Yu Yu Hakusho example, hacky, shitty writing, but, like, it won't, that's been a big question mark that Oda left open to explain at some point, right? So, okay, like, maybe. Okay, but, the thing is, I still don't like that being done in this particular way to save Luffy from the brink of death out of nowhere. That's bullshit and shitty writing and not fun. Now, it doesn't ruin One Piece, but, like, if Luffy defeats Kaido through this ass-pull bullshit of, like, the devil Joy Boy takes over his body, bro, that happened in Toriko, like, a while back. Like, it turned out that, like, Toriko had, like, 3, appetite demons living in him or some shit, and it sucked then, and this is the same idea, and it'll suck now. It's just shitty writing, and I hate it. Don't do it. Like, set up reasons for like, expectations for how Luffy can win. Even if it's not Luffy alone, Like, make it better. Make it better. Write it more fun and good, you know? This is truly the Gumbling. The Gumbling, it's coming. No, Toriko didn't do it right, because Toriko did some big-ass pulls with the sheer number of appetite demons that live inside Toriko. Where, by the way, everyone has one in Toriko. Everyone has one appetite demon. Toriko just had 3 for literally no reason. There was no explanation as to why he was special or anything. Okay, so theory, right? Here's the theory that people are talking about. It's not totally unbelievable. It's that devil fruits, whatever, man, either people or devils or whatever were like sealed into devil fruits, you know? Maybe they were all created during the Void Century, whatever. And Joy Boy is one of those demons, or he was a guy, doesn't matter, fine. Yeah, Toriko's demons becoming real instead of more metaphorical was indeed lame. Was not impressed by that. I forget who the writer is. I know he's a friend of Oda's. Whatever. Luffy is actually just becoming tarnished. Oda needs time off to game. Indeed. He's got to get that Elden Ring, bros. He's got to do it. Okay, so this thing of like Luffy, Devil Fruit users, they have the personality of whoever. Okay, here's another reason why I hate this, right? Has no other Devil Fruit user... okay, it's actually this. It sure is convenient, bros. It's sure convenient that no other character ever on the brink of death, anywhere in the narrative, has ever mentioned that, like, when a Devil Fruit user is about to die, their devil comes out, and he saves you, and he makes you Joy Boy, or whatever the fuck. And look, if that's what happens, Oda's gonna pull some bullshit about how, like, oh, Luffy had a high enough hockey level. He hit level 60, so he was over the threshold for fucking whatever it's called, for Pylo Swine to evolve into Mamo Swine. He was around the ancient, whatever rock thing that he evolves in. Yay, that's fun. It's gonna be some bullshit like that. Either that or the Gum Gum Fruit is super special awesome, and it just is the one that's like this. In which case, I don't know, man. Why didn't Luffy's fucking Devil Fruit awaken when fucking Crocodile stabbed him through the fucking gut and left him to die in the desert? That would have been a very useful time for an alien to fucking possess Luffy and save him from death that was, happening right then and there. But luckily, fucking Robin saved him, so that's fun. That's cool, I guess. I don't know, man. I don't know. Everything's pointing to, like, Luffy just being the chosen one of Destiny, and he just happened to eat the super special fruit. I don't know. The best case scenario is still very convenient, shitty writing that I wouldn't like anyway. Doesn't, like, ruin One Piece or anything, but it's just annoying. It's just annoying, man. Oh, yeah, when he was impelled down, dying of poison. That would have been pretty convenient for Devil to save him from death, It's going to be explained in another 100 chapters from now. He's going to turn into Joy Boy and be like, IDK, what happened, lol? And they're going to leave it at that. I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, let's get into this other concept, right? Of this. Okay, let's say that the spirit of Joy Boy is inhabiting is Luffy or something. Maybe it's from the Gum Gum Fruit. Maybe it's from something else. I don't know. Okay. What happened to inherited will, Oda? And this is where I can inject some hopium into the idea, right? Okay. Look, what has One Piece been about the whole time? Inherited will, absolutely not. Descendant, like, your son is the chosen one, whatever, will. Like, it was on that Dark Soul shit I always talk about here, about how someone was gonna be the chosen undead, and it just happened to be you, the player character. That's generally okay. That's not, like, for a video game that works pretty well. I would argue for a manga it doesn't work as well because it robs agency. Like, as a player of the game, you have infinite agency, well, sort of. Your actions are everything because you're playing the game. In a story, we don't have that, so you don't want to do that same thing, right? Yeah, inherited will is totally different from Destiny/Prophecy. Absolutely true. Okay, and here's where we need to curb stomp and literally assassinate The fucking Destiny defenders, you need to become unalive in Roblox and real life. Because, okay, let's talk about the lightning bolt. Okay, let's talk about Luffy's lightning bolt and the breeze that saved him at the big moment on on Logue Town. Luffy was about to be literally killed by Buggy. Based Buggy was gonna do it, was gonna kill Joy Boy himself because he's badass. Okay, cool. And then a lightning bolt hit him. That was just Enel flexing. Enel, yeah, indeed. Okay, a lightning bolt saved Luffy, right? A storm came and then don't forget, a storm came in and helped Luffy escape, which was almost equally important. Like big breezes came in and swept aside whatever it is, Smoker and his gang, and helped Luffy escape. So really it was two things. There was the direct thing with the lightning bolt, and then it was like the big wind that helped Luffy escape, which was so deliberate. See, that's okay. Looking back, you could say as more Destiny stuff happens, it was Joy Boy, superhero Luffy stuff. Okay, maybe. I think that was so on the nose. With especially, if it was just the lightning bolt, that'd be more defensive. I think with the breeze, I think it is still more than likely that was Dragon saving them. I think it was. People have been talking about that. Even I thought like, oh man, now that Destiny is literally happening here, does that mean... And even if that was Destiny... I said this in the chat before. I give you one. Oda, I give you one. You get one total ass pull Destiny moment. And frankly, I like how fucking on the nose that lightning bolt was. That Luffy, oh man, that was a great scene, man. Luffy was smiling. As a guy who hates Destiny, deeply, and I don't like it in my manga narratives at all. It ruins agency. It ruins tons of stuff. I actually physically like how in your fucking face Oda is, that he just said, Luffy, he gave up and he's like, that's it. I've tried everything I can do. Sorry guys, I'm gonna die. And he smiled. I mean, we're staying on this page. This is what we're talking about, all this shit. He was like, I'm dead. Sorry guys, I lost. And he smiled and he was about to die. And then it was like heaven interceded to save Luffy. Once in a while, it's a little bit Kino. It's a little bit when it's so on the nose. If it was literally heaven itself saving Luffy, you get one. Because that's almost like a nod to the audience. It was so on the nose. It was like, look, the Destiny is saving Luffy here out of nowhere. Okay, but so you get one, and that didn't really like that was almost like a joke setup. Like a joke character was about to kill Luffy, Buggy, right? Okay, we all know he's actually the most powerful character in the series, but it was like a joke setup basically to put Luffy in that position to then save him from it. Sort of. Yes, it was serious. I'm not trying to undermine it, but whatever. It was a good moment. The point is, you get like one or two of those. That does not mean that then everything the character did should then be retconned to be Destiny or predetermined or time travel, whatever. Aaron, you don't want to do that. That's a big mistake. That is a huge mistake. Never, ever do that. And if that's what Oda's getting to, it's concerning. It's deeply concerning. So, okay, where was I going with that? Oh, right. I was literally assassinating Destiny defenders. So people who say shit like Luffy, Destiny has always been a part of the series, like, to a degree, you're not wrong. However, that is a disingenuous argument if you're using that to defend how that, like, therefore, Luffy being a destined child is totally acceptable in all ways, and it's good and fun, and whoa, let's go, Kino, he's Joy Boy, whoa, everything is predetermined, there is no agency, I hate free will, I love predetermination, yes, let's go, woo, yeah! Because those are two different things. Those are two very, very, very different things. And we're going to get to Inherited Will and that stuff. Yeah, Inherited Will is not literal reincarnation. It is not. And to just put a nose on that, to put a point on it, rather, like, I would like to point you to the reference material of the entirety of One Piece and the entirety of the character of one Monkey D. Luffy. I do say free will isn't real, but the thing is that's a nuanced point because you can in real life you can sort of treat like literally the characters are written by someone, so there is literally no free will in One Piece. It's a fake story written by someone else. So like that is actually kind of how real life works as well. But to the characters it makes no difference, and that's effectively how it is to us. It does change a few things about how we should act, but nonetheless, okay, we can't get into that now. The point is this is a story, and we want the characters to have agency so as to derive meaning from their actions, not rob them of all agency, acting as if destiny is a real force that we can draw, real life meaning from, because you can't. It is an utterly vacuous idea in real life, in any story it's in. And it is put there largely as a sugary crust to give the impression of depth and the impression of meaning where, in fact, there is none. And it is an illusion to make you more interested. I know, these idiots haven't even read Nietzsche or Dostoevsky. Embarrassing. If you haven't read your Nietzsche,
Shut up, bitch.
that's all there is to it. I haven't read Nietzsche, but I have read Dostoevsky. Could Luffy Straw Hat be a devil fruit user? Maybe, but that would make Luffy Straw Hat super duper legendary Straw Hat, and I don't like that either for many reasons, as I've talked about before. Because Luffy Straw Hat should just be a Straw Hat. So that would give me a whole other reason to cry and whinge and shit myself. But we'll see. If that would be better than Luffy just by himself being the chosen one of death. I mean, like, the fact that he's smiling right now implies that it's happening to his body. It's not happening to, like, his hat. Or else he wouldn't be smiling. Or something. Although, I would like to... Oh, my God. You idiots. You all forgot it. You all forgot about... the most legendary, important devil fruit in the series, the Jake no Mi. The jacket devil fruit that one punching dude wore in Dressrosa, that he wrapped himself around his other brother in order to, like, slightly increase their fighting ability to still totally job and show up nowhere else in the narrative whatsoever. The hat is gonna be just like this. No, it's not Ideo. Was it the Funk Brothers? I think it was the Funk Brothers. I tried to forget that fruit existed. I gotta bring them up. Hang on. The Funk Brothers. We stand the Funk Brothers here in this stream. Okay, where's my... Okay, fuck. The Funk Brothers. Oh God, I'm trembling with excitement. Funk Brothers One Piece. Let me see. Oh, wait, no, okay, just Google the Jake no Mi. Oh, wait, here we go. Okay, this is one from, like, one of those fan games or something. Okay, open. God damn it. No, don't save it. God fucking. Open, god damn you! Okay, it's the most horrific devil fruit in the entire series. Okay, here we go. Behold. All right, it's a little small, but you can get the idea. This motherfucker is a fucking jacket being worn by, like, his little brother. He's putting him on like a jacket. This is the worst devil fruit in the entire series by a huge degree. And it had, like, almost no impact on the story at all. It did, like, nothing. But it was in there anyway. Okay, it's fucking hilarious. I've read this Dojin. Indeed. It's from that gacha or whatever. I wish I had it. Imagine you eat a devil fruit and it's the Jake no Mi. Holy shit. It'd be over for me, lads. Okay, hey, let me finish my point about Luffy, right? The point of Luffy, I just want to end on the obvious point that everybody knows. Look, Destiny bros, look, it's okay. Come back into the fold. Reject Destiny. Become a free will Chad. Become a free will Chad once again, at least within, the narrative of One Piece. Come back to the fold. Because, like, everything Luffy does is about rejecting Destiny. Why did he tell Rayleigh to fuck off with what One Piece is and where it is? Why did he do that? Because he didn't want the story to end without him having the agency of doing it himself. That was the whole point. To a lesser extent, I feel like this applies to, like, Luffy's rejection of being called a hero when he was arguing with I think with Jinbei in Fishman Island. What was I saying about that? Fucking right, like he said, it's not that he's not a hero. It's that he he didn't want like that label or that responsibility. Like Luffy's fine with like being a hero. He does reject the label though, because he's like, that's not who I am. I am a freedom god. I am a sovereign citizen, and you are violating the NAP right now, Jinbei. So fuck off.
Shut up, bitch.
It's all, oh, there you go. Great point. It's also why Luffy did not care about who his father was. And maybe Luffy didn't even spell that out specifically. It is the clear inference of the character. Everything that Luffy does is about being a goddamn sovereign citizen. No, it's about being like his own man who really doesn't care about like doing the right thing or being a hero outside of simply helping the people he actively cares about. He's a big-brained objectivist, my man. Luffy would definitely put the mask on himself during a flight crash situation to get the oxygen flowing into his mask before helping the children in the seat next to him. He would do that, you know? Hey, old guy, there's something I want to ask you too. Is the greatest single treasure, the Nika Nika no Mi, really in Luffy's body? Usopp! I don't want to hear where the sun god Nika is. I don't want to know if Joy Boy exists within my body or not. I don't want to even know if Shanks' hat is the legendary crown of straw. Everyone is out there. Blackbeard, Kaido, Big Mom, Jaggy, Traffy are risking their lives to be Pirate Jesus. If Rayleigh reveals that you are the disciples, I'll quit. There it is. Here it is. Luffy cares about freedom and is why he will make 1776 commence again. All right, we got to play it. We got to hear it from our boy. No, that's not it. All right.
I'll put him to women especially. I'll put him to sleep really fast.
That counts. Okay, here we go.
1776 will commence again.
And there's a guy that's a little bit based.
All right, pretty based, I'd say. Pretty based. Okay. So it literally doesn't matter who Luffy's parents are. It doesn't matter. It does not matter at all. It doesn't matter that his dad is Dragon. Honestly, I didn't like when it turned out that Luffy's dad was Dragon. In fact, I think that's actually when I started reading. I think I remember reading the manga when that happened. And the first time we ever heard the word Yonko mentioned during the talk with Garp at the end there. Or no, it was a little bit after that, I think. Whatever, it was right around there. Yeah. So, you know, what was I talking about? I was saying that, like Luffy's and again, I want to be hopeful with it. This is why I don't think Oda is just gonna about face about everything that like Luffy's character has been building to. I want to give you hope, lads. I want to give you cope, lads. And this is substantial cope. Like, would Oda at the end like fuck up just the huge idea of Luffy's character all along? I don't think so. Now, would Oda pull like a kind of like a shitty shonen writer trope thing and like have a demon come out of Luffy that like we've never ever seen anyone happen before, like at the moment when Luffy was at it? Like, that's stupid. That's dumb. Like it should have been set up before. It's a little bit of hacky writing. That's Hactor right there. Okay, but that doesn't ruin everything about Luffy's character. And I mean, okay, like these things about, is Luffy gonna have the fucking smile smell fruit? Okay, that'll be stupid. It'll be fucking cringe. The wiki will update to call it the Nika Nika no Mi or whatever the fuck. I don't want that. That's gonna be embarrassing. Maybe he'll just call it the Uranus. It'll be Uranus. It's probably not gonna be. Okay, even if it's called something else, we can, like, it doesn't, like, ruin Luffy as a character. It does damage him. I agree. It does. Frankly, Luffy was damaged the moment it turned out Dragon was his dad, and Dragon was like the most important person in the world. I did not like that. But it didn't ruin Luffy, you know? You don't want Luffy turning into Deku. And God, like, Oda, you were doing so well. So fucking well. But then you got a little greedy, and he's got 7 devil fruits, boys. They're just coming out of the woodwork. Just don't do that, Oda. Just don't do that, and it'll be fine. And it'll be fine. Just stick with what's been working. And this really isn't even a big ask, you know. It's fine. Just keep doing what you're doing. What happened to Deku? It turned out that Deku had like 7 fucking quirks in him, which was really fucking cringe. Because like the other All For Ones, like they gave up their quirks as well. It was embarrassing. Don't read it past. Look, read up to. I guess I actually skipped an arc. Read the Oh My 7 Quirks. Yeah, that's the one. Read the Lemillion part. That Lemillion arc, really just the Lemillion fight against Overhaul. Unmitigated kenography. Oh my God. It's making me emotional just thinking about, like, what happens to Lemillion, the best fucking character, the true worthy successor to All Might. Fuck Deku. He's a joke. I never like. All right, I did like him chapter 1 and 2. He did have the fucking whatever's. He did have the qualities of a hero, but Lemillion was vastly superior and was just built like a fucking brick shithouse, and I love to see that. All right, he just kept fighting. I'm still Lemillion. I'm still a hero. Oh God, it's so fucking good. It's so fucking good. Okay, a Chad with a shitty power. Exactly. Okay, all right. Moving on. I can't get back into that. I have no interest in fucking My Hero Academia at all anymore. Let me know when it ends. I'll dance on its grave. Just for fun, just for fun. He just gets his powers. Oh, great. Cool. That's fine. I mean, you knew he was going to, but I hope that it had good character development in the meantime. But we'll see. Lemillion is the Katakuri of My Hero Academia. Absolutely true. Well, Lemillion is the... No, actually, you're right. I was going to say, like, don't insult One Piece by implying that Katakuri is the only good character. But Katakuri is, like, the New Piece good character. And Lemillion, all of My Hero Academia feels like New Piece. Okay, whatever. What can you do? I'm hoping Joy Boy is more of a title, and Zunisha is simply recognizing the similarity between Joy Boy and Luffy is inheriting his will. Okay, now let's talk about that, because that's what I want to talk about. Yes, if what's going on here is that Zunisha is just vibing with the spirit. Okay, let's just a little bit of hacky bullshit shonen stuff happen. Luffy just returns from the dead. The devil fruit within him awoken, and it saved him, and it brought him back, and he's now got goopy powers. That'll be deeply embarrassing. Yes, it absolutely will. That'll be shitty. But if that's what happens, and it's just a title, then we are in good shape. Then that's okay. That doesn't like ruin anything more than it's already been ruined. Yeah, people do love that Gentle Criminal guy, and I never read it. But people always said, Nate, you should read it. I don't know. Maybe because he's not like the other girls. I couldn't tell you. I mean, of course, Joy Boy was a title to you. We don't know who it is. We don't know the guy. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Nolan the Liar was also a Joy Boy. Okay, let's not get carried away here. We don't know what the fuck it means. Okay, right. So if it's a title and he simply like Luffy's spirit, his voice awakens again because he came back to life through bullshit, bad writing shenanigans, then we are doing okay. Then we are doing all right with this shit. But if not, then I mean we'll talk about it. It won't be good. It'll undermine a lot of stuff. Potentially, it depends. A lot of this hinges on the specifics of how Oda rolls it out, and we can only speculate. All right, that's it. That's it. Okay, I do want to talk about one thing real quick. Is just that like before, like if it turns out that like the devil fruit thing that like the spirit of Joy Boy is within Luffy, I don't know. And it's just that is kind of eerily similar to the whole Zoro Bankai thing going on right now, of like how spirits within powers are awakening, and just don't do that, Oda. Like, don't introduce new layers of powers this late in the game, because it just feels tacked on and shitty and stupid, and it's just totally unnecessary. And you've got so much stuff already built in. I don't want to encourage Oda to fuck it up more, and add more layers and more stuff that has to be gone into. Just flesh out Devil Fruit Awakening, fine. You introduced Devil Fruit Awakening, it was always going to happen eventually. Now can be the time, I guess. Okay, whatever. Ghosts are canon now, let's go! Okay, Takudo, I see you post this a few times. I beg you watch a little bit of This Video Will Change How You See Eren Yeager. It's long, but it's full of such juicy cope. Oh, okay, here we go. The likes of which I've never seen. If you intend to do a second AOT video, I think it's an extremely valuable perspective on how Pants on Head retarded it is. I have seen that video recommended. I've seen it around. I have not clicked on it because I'm like, well, I don't need to hear like either what I already, know and understand about the character, or endless copium, like attempting to rationalize this character in the end. But based on that recommendation, I might check it out now that I know it's a cope video. It's fucking abysmal and fascinating. Okay, maybe that might be a good thing to get like knowledge of what people think and what they theorize about the ending, depending on how things go. But thank you for the recommendation. I'll keep that in mind. And I generally don't like watching videos like that because they're shitty and I hate them, and it physically hurts me to do. But I might do it just to see what the people have to say, And it sounds like that might be the epicenter of copium, to make people understand it, But okay. there you go. I thought you didn't want spoilers for the anime. I mean, I have read the end of the manga now, as I showed at the end of video 1. So I know what's going to go on. But do you? Will the anime original ending, Chads? All right, we'll keep coping with that. Okay, I mean, I think I've reached the end of my list. Is your Destiny opinion the same for Attack? Look, my Destiny opinion, yeah, is the same across the board. I'll just say that. I don't want to get into Attack on Titan too much. You will have a new video from me before too long on Attack on Titan. Hopefully not long after the last episode airs, but we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you posted, of course. So, to save you a bunch. Okay, I'll just read this and then we'll move on. The main argument is that Eren chose to lose because he saw himself lose in the future, so he decided not to struggle. Oh, well, I mean, hey, what can you say? I'm sorry, I actually shouldn't have read that out loud for people who are still watching, but just ignore that. Don't listen to me. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. The basement was great, man. Love the basement. Okay, anyway. Moving on. What else do we have to say? Oh, right. I was just getting to the fact that, like, I think I'm out of things I have to say about this shit. Yeah, I mean, I think we're done. The Big Mom translation, bro, we've been going for 2 hours. I don't think I want to get into that now. I gotta stop. Like, I do have things to say about the Big Mom translation. I feel like that'd be a good thing to do maybe on, like, an SBS episode. I guess, you know what, next week would probably be a good time to do it. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to, though. No, okay, all right. See, okay. You know what? Last thing about this, like, Takuto, I've seen you say around that, like, One Piece is officially over. And then we'll end on a final note of hope. Not cope. This is hope. I unironically think the odds that Oda is about to majorly fuck up the main point of what Luffy has represented as a character are low. They are low. They are not zero. And it is a nightmare scenario that they are anything above 0%, that Oda might do that. Because there's been so much Destiny shit lately. There's been so much about Joy Boy and this fucking God stuff. Oh, you're right. I did want to talk about the Inheritable. Yeah, this is I had 0 fears. Joy Boy. Destiny. 1 fear. That's my 1 fear now. Okay. Last thing about Inherited Will. It's just that, yes, Inherited Will is different from Destiny. And if this all turns out to be this Inherited Will thing that, like, the fact that, look, I feel like it is so meaningful. It is so deeply meaningful that, I mean, who cares if it was planned from the start? Ace is Gold Roger's son. Gold Roger said, my son will be the chosen one who will save the day. And Gold Roger was fucking wrong. Frankly, cucked to the max. And he fucking died. And Luffy lived on to, metaphorically, inherit his will. That is the theme that One Piece has been about from the very fucking beginning. That is the point of the character of Gold Roger. Gold Roger did a Dark Souls style prophecy thing, basically, to the entire world. That is what the entire Age of Piracy is, so that one of those young sprouts would go out there and fulfill what Gold Roger wanted him to do. Now, whether or not all that prophecy stuff was there from the beginning, that doesn't really matter. I don't love how it's been filled in, but it doesn't ruin his character massively. It's fine. It's fine. I'm even generally okay with, like, that being the inspiration for why Gold Roger would act in that way. It's fine. And we know that Gold Roger had the ultimate treasure, so of course he would know some big deal shit. I'm not going to get into ASCE. I think that's a retcon cope. I liked it before. Can't get into it more. Sabo was not planned. Fuck you, Oda, for doing that. See, that's classic Oda, sticking in something on, putting weight, metaphorically hanging a new character weight or trick on, like, a previously established thing, thinking that he can get away with it. But, it actually undermines things about that character in ways that, like, make them worse and undermine, like, qualities that they had before. It changes your understanding of the character. It's Ace's tattoo with the S crossed out that has been retconned to represent Sabo. It was obviously, originally it was this fun, quirky thing of Ace having, like, a spelling error in his tattoo, which was really funny. And then later on, fucking Sabo was introduced, and it was retconned to be this thing, which was 100% confirmed when Oda did a a cover page that if Sabo had lived, he wouldn't have the S crossed out. It was deeply embarrassing. Fuck you, Oda, for doing that. Now, see, that Manji retcon, that's unforgivable. Bring it back, boys. Bring it back. The Manji is a proud Eastern symbol. Don't let Le Funny Mustache Man ruin it for us for all time. Okay. Oh, God, I lost my train of thought. Hopium, Gold Roger, Inherited Will, the age of pirates, the golden era of piracy we're in right now is Gold Roger's creation in order to make someone inherit his will so that they will be the one of destiny. And see, Roger thought it would be his son, but he didn't need it to be his son. He did not put all his chips in that basket. So Roger understood the concept of inherited will. He did that on purpose, and I salute him for it. That was an intentional thing he did. And it was fucking awesome and legendary. And that literally inspired the entire series. And this is why I want you to come away from this. Not doom-pilled, not gloom-pilled, not black-pilled. That, like, One Piece is ruined. And even Tugoto was saying before, like, look, it's probably just awakening. Using our understanding of, like, how the meta of One Piece works or whatever, of how shonen battles work, Luffy has gotten this, like, really low point so that he can discover his super secret destiny power. Okay, actually, take the word destiny out. His super secret power. Maybe it happens to line up with Joy Boy stuff in some way. Okay, great. Luffy won't care about that at all because that's not his character. We are hopium-pilled. We are white-pilled right now. We're taking a white pill that even if he's literally Joy Boy, he fulfills all this, I think he still won't care. Yet, don't delude yourself, be ready for the worst, but have realistic expectations. And I think it is more than realistic, it is more than 50% likely that this all works out pretty well. And that it doesn't, like, ruin everything. There's a little bit of this niggling, annoying stuff around the edges of, like, Luffy's the chosen one, but, like, Luffy won't care, whatever. He just wants to be free, he doesn't care about destiny. That is not going to change. That is not going to change. In a way, it makes Luffy a shittier guy, and that's why I like him. I like him because he's an asshole who doesn't care about being a hero. Never forget, Luffy broke out murderers, rapists, war criminals, monsters out of Impel Down. Why did he do that? To save his brother, who he cared about, at the expense of innocent people. And they definitely were victimized by him doing that. Luffy is not an angel. He is not an angel. We will look back on this uncertainty and Keck. We will laugh. We will truly be joy boys. I hope. Either we will take our fucking clown pill and we will go full Joker mode and laugh at the world for when we still had hope and we were downing hopium by the bushel. Or we'll be like, oh, thank God that didn't work out the way that it seemed like Oda might go. Please, God. Luffy gets punished for freeing the prisoners of Impel Down. Oh yeah, that's a lot of comfort to the people that were raped and pillaged by all the pirates that Luffy let out, including Blackbeard. That shit would not have happened without Luffy softening up Impel Down, you know? It would not have. So, there you go. He did a bad thing. He did a bad thing. Now Blackbeard, there's a Destiny boy. There's a Destiny boy and a half. Anyway, whatever. Love you, Blackbeard. Big smooches, baby. Elden Ring or Kingdom Hearts next stream? What do you want? I guess I'm still up in the air about that. I'm pretty far in Elden Ring, though. I think I'm ready to get back to Kingdom Hearts, but if people want Elden Ring, I'd be happy to do it. I don't know. You vote for Elden Ring? Because I'm pretty deep. I'm pretty darn deep now. There was no rape in One Piece World. Tell that to Jewelry Bonnie when Blackbeard had a hold of her. Meow. All right, I'll probably stream more Elden Ring then on Saturday. I don't know. I might ask the patrons or whatever. Where are you at in Kingdom Hearts? You know, it's been a couple weeks. I can't remember. It's probably almost been a month now. Okay, anyway, to finish up here, become a patron and join the patron Discord if you want to give me recommendations of what to play. I know you did 100 hours in 1 week. Jesus Christ, that is so much. Play WarioWare Shake It, the new one for Nintendo Switch. All right, I'm seeing a good about Elden Ring. Not much Kingdom Hearts, which I do want to beat, and I will. But Elden Ring looks like it's winning right now. Okay, do I have anything else to leave on? Okay, Hopium. It's unlikely that Oda is about to ruin, like, Luffy's character and, like, literally the point of the entire series by making Luffy too much of a destined boy and robbing him of too much agency. He's been chomping away at it for a while now. He's been fucking doing goddamn yeah, you know what? See, that's the thing. And I said this in the chat before. People being doomers about this. Oh wait, the man Roger's waiting for, at the very least, Teach, is not. It's definitely not you. It's not because you're a bastard and you lack the qualities needed to guide the world into a new age of freedom. It's because you're not literally the reincarnation of the man known as Joyous Boyous TM. There's someone else that has Joy Boy's soul inside of him, and they can tap into that to have a super powerful form to defeat an emperor or something. So even if you were a good man, knew the secrets of the world, and fought hard to achieve the will of Roger, at best you could be an ally to this guy. Maybe you'd be a part of his crew if you were lucky. Sorry, sucks to be you. Direct quote from Edward, not D, Teach, at the end. Right, so okay, reincarnation is fucking cringe. It's not gonna happen, hopefully. But, like, if the fruits are devils, maybe something will happen with that isn't, like, the worst thing in the world. I don't know. Oh, yeah, it's not Teach. Newgate, right, thank you. I missed him up. Edward Teach is the real-life Blackbeard. That's what I was thinking of. Right, and reincarnation hopefully won't happen. Was there something else I was going to say about that? The soul, something about that reminded me of it. Yeah, you just hope it's just a metaphorical, you know, the man that Roger was waiting for, the man that blah, blah, blah was waiting for. It's going to be someone who rose to the challenge. Let's hope it's Luffy. That's all there is to say. It'd be so lame if Luffy was like the only guy who ever had a shot at being Pirate King. I know. But even if Luffy is well, God, if it's fruit related, oh God, I'm gonna not like that. But see, if it's not fruit related, then why is it happening to Luffy right now? Why? What are the qualities that Luffy specifically inhabits? That he's a smiley boy? That he hit level 60 in Pokemon? That he is around? That he learned ancient power so he can digivolve into Mamoswine? The Will of D thing, like, that is a line of people. Like, okay, the Will of D thing, that's like being a tarnished in Elden Ring. Like, not everybody is a tarnished, but like there's a good amount of them. It could have been one of them. I would not like if it's like a one of the Ds is gonna be a Joy Boy thing, because that would really limit the pool, and I think that'd be fucking cringe. I want it to be anyone. I want it to be anybody, like, could have done it if they lived up to the challenge, and that's who Luffy was. Luffy was just anyone. He was a kid with a shitty devil fruit power who couldn't swim, and so he didn't really mind having a shitty power like fruit, and he made it work, and he made it happen, and that was cool. If it's the devil fruit specifically, I'll hate that. That'll mean it was literally only going to be Luffy. But I mean, I guess Luffy was the one who just happened to eat the fruit. That'll be bad. That'll be shitty. That means Law, that could have been Joy Boy, Law has no joy. Yeah, indeed. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right, we'll see what happens. Don't doom too hard. There's reason to be concerned. I'm not gonna lie to you, but there's no reason to totally clown pill and go full Joker mode and assume it's all over. Take heart. Have patience. In 2 weeks, we'll keep this thing going, and I guess next week we'll do an SBS chapter because there's a break, right? No reason not to. Yeah, SBS chapter next week. Next Wednesday, I guess. So look forward to that, everybody. We'll keep it going. I don't even know if I should do Wednesdays. Maybe I should shift the day. Whatever. Wednesdays are fine. We'll do that around probably like 6 p.m., maybe 7. I'll let everybody know in the Pod D, not the Pod Discord, the fucking Talking Pirates chat. That's my reflex still. Release the One Piece Snyder Cut. We do need to do it. Arrive at Raftel. Access denied. No Joy Boy DNA detected. See, that would be unacceptable. Like, what if that's why Roger laughed? He didn't have... Oh, wait, he is a D. Okay, never mind. Whatever. Release the Kaido Cut. Okay. Gotta go, guys. Thanks for being here. Woo! This would be a lot of bullshit. How would you feel if the live-action show spoiled stuff like Stampede? I mean, yeah, look, it's the live-action show it's a different telling of the story. So I would not like it if it, like, spoils stuff like Raftel, like, way early on for no reason. It's just that joke literally doesn't work in English. You can't say it out loud. I mean, I guess you just say Raftel and say, like, oh, those fucking silly old Chinese, they don't know how to say words. We all thought it was Raftel, haha. I don't know. I mean, I'm not looking forward to it at all. It's gonna be shit. I don't even like it. Ironically, there in my heart, I have no room for it. It's a joke. It's gonna be terrible. Yeah, it's an absolute nightmare. I don't want it to exist for any reason. It distracts. It takes up cultural space that the manga should take. It's gonna be the fucking Western Pigoos are making it. I don't want it to exist. Yep, they'll pronounce it Laftel, maybe. Like that joke. That joke literally can't. It can't be said. You have to speak a foreign word. You have to speak in a different language and mispronounce it for that joke to work at all. It literally doesn't work in the language of English. Will I watch it? I mean, I might like see it around. I don't know. Maybe like look, I'm really curious as to how they're gonna animate Luffy. That alone is I'm like, how the fuck are they gonna do that? But like I don't want it to exist. Maybe out of morbid curiosity, but I don't really want to encourage anyone to watch it. I want it to utterly tank and fail like the Cowboy Bebop show did, because it should not exist. It's a fucking mistake. Oda deserves to be shamed for being excited about it and agreeing to it. It's a fucking mistake. But, you know, he doesn't know. He thinks this is all fun and games. I get it. It's his, you know, he looks at it lightheartedly. I don't blame him. To me, it's a little more of a big deal to like let the Western Pigoos get their fucking mitts on it. All right. Anyway, gotta go. I'm out of here, boys. Thanks for being here. And I'll see you next week, Wednesday, with the SBS episode. We'll cope, we'll seethe, we'll sneed. It'll be fun. All right. I'll see you there. Talk to you soon. Hey, and join the God, I'm sorry. I have one final announcement to make, which is just that this episode of Talking Pirates will be up on the new channel, the new goddamn channel called Talking Pirates that I fucking forgot to link beneath the goddamn stream. So, okay, you know what? Let me get the link for you right now. Here's what I want you all to do, all right? Go over to YouTube, fucking play the videos that are on Talking Pirates so I can get goddamn monetized and get some fucking subscribers already so I can make any amount of money rather than zero. All right, let me go. Talking Pirates, One Piece. I should get Morge on the show. Maybe. I mean, hey, me and Morge could talk next week. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I could ask in the fucking Discord for what to talk about. Okay, no. Oh, here we go. Okay. Here, everybody. Here is a link to the newest episode of Talking Pirates on the new channel. Here you go. Boom. I would enjoy talking to Morge. There's a link to it. Everybody go click on that. Go subscribe. I don't know, like the video, I guess. Does that do something? Fine, whatever, I don't care. The channel's not monetized yet. Link bros, click that shit. I'm gonna have a link to the channel underneath afterward. Whatever, everything got reshuffled, I got strikes, whatever. So it's on a new channel, it exists elsewhere, and it's gonna be hosted on there. And they'll come out, I'll probably realistically get this episode up on there as of tomorrow morning-ish. And then, like, I gotta put a thing over to censor it, because I can't show chapter footage anymore on YouTube. You know, I learned my lesson, not going to do it. We should have made a mainline BGE video about One Piece. I know, I haven't done a single one. I'll tell you, it's in the pipeline. One of these days I will do it. And I might even start making them more, more quickly. Last one was the lecture, but really it was the Katakuri finale. That's true. I want to do more. Look, frankly, I think it'd be good for the channel, and I have a lot to say. It's the thing that takes up the most space rent-free in my head, boys. I will give it 1 Sigma view. That's all I ask, my man.
Easy money!
I kind of like dropping a big brain main channel One Piece video every once in a while. You know, what if I made one every quarter, like every couple of months? I think that'd be fun. It's true, my audience does love One Piece, and they love me talking about it. So 101 lecture soon, please, on any suggestions. Hey, man. Okay, hey, last thing, join the Discord. There's a link below. The link to the Discord is, it's the ship, the Talking Pirates Discord. Click on that 1000 Sunny, and I don't know, feel free to give me suggestions there or something. Once the Wano arc is done, I've thought about that. That'd be a good chance to do like a in retrospect, what we think about the arc. And I think that's just a really good idea. Metal Gear, there's an idea. I've got a couple others in the vault. All right, that's it, everybody. Go join the Discord if you want to talk. I'm there all the fucking time, autistically spazzing out about One Piece, so feel free to do that. Wano 101. Ooh, Wano 101. I guess you could do that. Because I really skimmed over it. I don't know. Anyway, gotta go, guys. I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining. See you soon. I'll keep that one in the vault as well. Bye-bye. Wait. I'm sorry. What did he? I don't know what he took a bite of, but I intend to find out. All right. See you next time. Bye-bye.